Good morning to you. Hey y'all. So, what I have going on, I am so excited. So y'all, this is my third variation of the hash. Okay, let me turn it down. It's getting a little bit too excited there. Let me do like some of those other videos too. They be having you all in the pot. So, like I said, this is my third variation of this hash. Y'all, I love this hash so much. I really do. Right now, what I have in here is some calabaza squash. That's the one with the variegated green skin here. And then I have some yellow squash. And I have a whole lot of burro banana in there. But there we go. The burro banana basically kind of looks like potato. And this time, y'all, I got a little fancy with it. And you can see that I put some of my mock meat. So this would kind of be the cousin to, you know how you can have ground meat, potatoes, and onions, and maybe some eggs for breakfast. But we're doing vegan, alkaline stuff right now. Well, plant-based, which is, of course, vegan. So plant-based, alkaline stuff right now, mostly alkaline. So this would kind of replace that, right? It would definitely be a healthier choice. This is my first time doing it with the mock meat. And if this is your first time tuning in to one of the videos from my 21-day series, the mock meat is just a mixture of nuts and mushroom with seasoning. So if you are interested in how to make a vegan meat or a mock meat, I will definitely link that video down below. I will also link both videos where I have made previous hashes, which is 2 times. So those are the burro bananas back there. That's the yellow squash. I'm all out of the calabaza, so I don't have that to show you. And this is my new grapeseed oil that I am using. I got a 34 fluid ounce because I am going crazy on this stuff. I love the grapeseed oil. And then this is the mock meat that I had left over. So I added that in there with some sweet basil, a really little, just a tad bit of white pepper. I think the last time I may have done it with cayenne, or maybe I left out pepper altogether. But the white pepper has a very distinct flavor, so I just kind of want to play around with that and see what that does. And then of course some pink Himalayan salt, and then I also put some cinnamon in it. I know cinnamon may seem kind of weird to some people, but for anything, in my experience, even when I was eating meat, for any type of meat, almost any type of meat, cinnamon really helps. So being that my mock meat is made to, of course, mimic meat, and it kind of has that flavor, and this is a thing I'm doing for the morning, I feel like, okay, cinnamon might really, set this off. And also with that burro banana, the burro banana has a very distinct sweetness to it that I think would marry very well with the cinnamon. So we're gonna see how this goes. And I also have I'm gonna do a protein shake. Let me show y'all what my ingredients are for that. It looks like I'm gonna have to put a little bit more grapeseed oil in here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to let that cook for a little bit more. It's almost done. Y'all know I don't like to overcook my veggies and fruit, so I definitely don't want it to get mushy. So probably just another 5 minutes or so, and I will be comfortable eating this. So let's see what our protein shake looks like. Alrighty y'all, so these are the ingredients that I'm going to use for my protein shake. First time testing this out, but even if it doesn't come out well, I have my agave to save us. So I have some hemp seed here, and I'm all out. So this bag did me pretty well for the 21 days. We're right at the end, and it pretty much lasted the entire time. So I have about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of the hemp seeds here. And then here I have about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of pumpkin seeds. And this is what the pumpkin seeds look like here. Okay. And then I have a whole avocado back there. I left the hole here so you can kind of get a feel for the size of the avocado. So if I put it in my hand, and my hands are fairly small, but I feel like this would be considered a large avocado. All right, so I have a whole avocado there. I left some pieces in there because, as you can see, part of it was starting to go bad, but the brown that's on here, that's not bad. It's just kind of like the natural browning that avocado gets over time. But those pieces were bad because you could tell from the outside of the shell those were the parts right there that were going bad, so I just left that in there. So we'll throw that away, turn it over. I'm sure you guys don't want to look at that. And then I'm also going to put in some agave. And then this is the last of the Brazil nut milk that I made. And when you make nut milk, you're really supposed to kind of mix it up and then strain out the pulp. But I'm not a fan of throwing good stuff away. So I did not bother to make my nut milk that way. I simply put in the Brazil nuts, if y'all remember last time, with some water into this Ninja cup, and that's what I got. So I'm considering that Brazil nut milk. I don't like to, you know, take out the pulp or anything. And then I have my spring water back there in case this gets too thick and I need to thin it out. So I will show y'all what that looks like. I know I'm talking fast. That's because I'm on a break from work. So I'm trying to finish this up. I'm gonna have to head back to call soon, but I will quickly show you all what that is. Alrighty, y'all, so I was showing you that this was the second time around for blending. I blended the first time, it was a little bit too thick, so I added in the rest of the Brazil nut milk. At first I had only added in just a portion of it, so I would say maybe there was about a cup that I had. And I did use the spring water as well, and then I decided to add in 5 of these dates here for sweetness, because the agave was in there and that was okay, but the avocado with the Brazil nut milk has a really really bland flavor in my opinion. So I feel like the dates would not only give it sweetness but just some addition to the overall taste. So we are going to pour this into a cup and do a taste test, y'all. And I wanted to mention to you the reason why I did pumpkin seeds in addition to hemp seed is because this is a protein shake, and pumpkin seeds are really good for protein as well as hemp seed. So if you are looking to do protein shakes, just know that you do not have to have protein powder. Your protein can come directly from your fruit and vegetable. It's just a matter of knowing which fruit and vegetables have a high protein content. Okay, so you don't need a powder. I've used powder before and it's okay, but I feel like it has a lot of other ingredients in it as well, and I'm just trying to do, you know, straight plant-based clean eating right now. So I figured, hey, let me just let it come from, you know, my fruit, my vegetables, nuts and seeds. So yeah, let's see what this looks like. Alrighty, tribe, so here we go. Look at that hash. Ooh. Y'all like my camera angle? Y'all, I am so excited about this because the previous 2 that I've done, they've both been successful. I don't really think you can mess it up. It's just a matter of not putting too much seasoning, because the squash, the 2 types of squash and the banana, they do the work. That's where you're getting your flavor from. So you can just add additional stuff in there if you like. Let's see. Bismillah. It's nice with the mock meat. I feel like the mock meat makes it more of a brunch or lunch type of meal. But y'all know I eat anything at any time of day, so yep, another success, y'all. So if you decide to do this hash, stick with the burro banana and these 2 types of squash as your base, and just, you know, add other stuff if you like, and play around with it, get creative. Now let's test out our smoothie here. I had to add a little water in the cup because it was thick. It's a nice green color though. Let's see, because I'm not a fan of that Brazil nut milk, y'all. I'm only using it because I had it made and I didn't want it to go bad or to have to throw it away. But it is not my favorite. Oh, that's nice. It's a really wow, I didn't think I was gonna like it because of the Brazil nut milk, but I think with the avocado and the dates, that helps out that Brazil nut milk a whole lot. It's really fresh. It has a really fresh kind of light taste to it. Wow. I think without the dates, it probably would have been nasty. So y'all, we have success, and I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my system so I can take calls, and I will check in with y'all a little later today. Alrighty, tribe, so I am checking in with you to show you this meal that I'm about to have. Last meal in this 24 hours, and it's almost the same thing I cooked before. You can probably already guess it from looking at what's right here in the pot. So I will link that video down below, but I'm about to make some tomato basil tortillas, and all I'm gonna put in it this time, I'm just gonna keep it really light, is the leftover purple cabbage that I made, and then I'm going to eat that with the baba ganoush. I really just want to eat the baba ganoush, but I was like, okay, no, let me, be normal and eat it with something. And I didn't just want to eat it with cabbage. I try not to do the same thing over and over. Even if it is leftovers, I try to spice it up some type of way. So I'm going to do the tomato basil tortillas because those were a hit. The seasonings that I've used here is sweet basil, garlic powder, onion powder, my virgin pink Himalayan salt, and then some cayenne pepper. So all this is 2 Roma tomatoes that I blended up in my Ninja cup, and then I poured it in here and I cooked it down. And when I say cooked, I don't know if everyone uses the same terminology that I use, but when I say cook down, I basically mean to cook it until it doesn't have any water left in it. So you don't have a liquid, you actually have a paste, which is this, right? And so just like in the previous video, I'm just going to transfer this paste over into my bowl. And then I'm going to add some grapeseed oil and some spelt flour. That's going to create a nice dough. And then from that dough, I'm going to roll out my tortillas. I'm going to put the purple cabbage in there and just have some baba ganoush on the side. And I will show y'all what that looks like. Again, if you're interested in the details of how to roll it out using a dowel or rolling pin and parchment paper, just go ahead and click that link down below, okay? Y'all, guess what just happened? Oh my goodness. I just ran out of spelt. Look. It's empty. Nothing is in here but air. So I'm sitting up here. I poured in the spelt. I poured in a little at a time, thinking that it would be enough. And it was not. It was not. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, y'all, because I had to go ahead and grab my teff flour and add some of that, because without it, I would not have gotten a dough. So I don't know how teff and spelt are going to marry up together for the purposes of a tortilla. Last time I only used the spelt and it came out really good. So, ooh, I don't know. We'll see. I'll show y'all. So y'all, it rolled out really nice. Look at that. And it's a little bit bigger than what I planned. So I think I'm just going to make one. And the rest you see here, I am going to use at a later time. So let's put this bad boy over there in that skillet and see what happens. Alrighty, tribe. So here's what it's looking like. It's hot, but it is it's semi-pliable. It is not I don't feel like it's as pliable as the ones that are just with the spelt. So it's doable. Y'all, it's hot. It is just a bit darker. It's more on the, more on the brown side, whereas the one in the previous video was more red. So the teff definitely changes the color. Keep that in mind if you're trying to make something and you want it to be a certain color. The teff is going to make it darker if that's important to you. So let me go ahead and put my cabbage on here and my baba ganoush. I love saying that. That sounds like name for an animal. Baba ganoush. Come here, baba ganoush. Baba ganoush. Stop, baba ganoush. Y'all, I'm one-handing it right now. I'm being lazy. I don't want to get the tripod. Oh goodness. So how are y'all today? I feel like I never ask how y'all are. A lot of you ask me how I am. You leave me nice little comments, which I love. I love comments, y'all. So in the comments, let me know how you are. Let me know if you have anything exciting going on in your life at this time, or let me know what you're gonna have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It doesn't have to be, you know, plant-based, vegan, or anything like that. Just let me know what you're having. And then drop some cabbage back there. Let's get this out of the noosh on here. And y'all, I just have this in the refrigerator in a container. So that's what that looks like. And I'm just gonna fold that. Let's see. Oh, that piece of cabbage over there on the stove is bothering me. Y'all, I slightly have OCD. You see, it's just not as pliable. So I have to kind of like force a little bit. It's still warm, but not hot. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it didn't break. I thought it was gonna break. There we go. All right, so this is what I'm gonna have, y'all. I'm just dropping cabbage everywhere. But this is what I'm gonna have. Love that cabbage. Thank y'all for watching. Peace, blessings, love, and light. If you haven't caught up, go back to the previous videos, catch up. I have it all linked down below in a nice playlist from the very beginning if you are interested. So check those out and make sure you follow to the very end of this 21-day series. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace, blessings, love, and light. God be with you. Bye.